might have to pick up some more Comet. I need it for the bathroom. I'm gonna do the bathrooms after I do.
All right. We got a crew online. Hello, everyone. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Michelle too. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cute.
I think Olivia's on too. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Olivia. All
Oh,
right.
hello, Olivia.
Hi, Debbie. When did you change your hair? I like it. It's lighter.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the sun. That is,
Yeah.
well, the sun interacting with a little assistance. The bangs are new.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh. I've been teaching here 6 years, so there's some familiarity.
It's so thick. Beautiful.
My hair is thick. I know the kids are getting their haircuts Thursday. My daughter's hair is the longest that I've ever seen it. I mean, it's like down here and it's just so thick.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and mute all, and I should be spotlighted at this point. Yeah. All right, gallery. So Lori? Laura. So should you ever not be able to make it into the studio, my classes are always available on Zoom. And somewhere, because I don't have access to the Gleneagles website, there's an on-demand library of my classes. So every class that's been Zoomed, it's also been recorded. So yeah, and have you experience with yoga?
I go to NCH, so I do yoga classes there.
Yeah, I've heard their classes are really good. I don't know the instructor, but I also teach in town at Love Yoga, which is on 41 between just south of Pine Ridge. So it's a traditional style of yoga in the Hatha style. This class is Vinyasa Flow, so we take it up a notch from the class yesterday. And I will try and cue a lot. I think these guys will tell you that I do. But yeah, I'm here Mondays and Tuesdays, and then in season, it'll be the same days, but after this class will be a yoga and meditation class as well. So there'll be a third opportunity to practice in the, I don't know when that starts, maybe November, yeah, possibly October. I have to find out. So yeah, so this is, this class moves just a little bit faster. Monday's class is a gentle, with maybe opportunities. Sometimes I'll pause and do a little instruction with it. So, all right, how's everyone feeling?
I took your advice and had a little salt in my water. So I just did it. Let's see if it helps me take it off.
And I thought of you when I bought my cucumber yesterday.
Ah.
We were talking about how to ways to stay cool and to get your water intake through other means than just drinking water. So, because sometimes just drinking regular water in this heat is not enough. So, all right. Yeah. I just was listening to the podcast 10% Happier on the way here, and he's interviewing a guy who wrote a book about the scarcity brain. And basically the theme that my grandfather taught me 50 years ago, 40 years ago, everything in moderation.
That's what I say.
Yeah. Well, and I thought, oh my God, and that's yoga, right? Everything in moderation, for, you know, not pushing yourself into the furthest part of a pose. Thinking, getting your ego out of the poses and thinking, well, I'm not doing yoga if I'm not doing a handstand. Or I'm not doing yoga if I'm not going, you know, to the widest possible part of the warrior two stance. So getting out of that mindset and applying that everything in moderation a little bit more. That no, it's really that coming together of breath with movement, mind, body, soul connection. So if we're pushing ourselves to an extreme limit, it's sometimes hard. That's all we're focused on. And we lose sight of the sensations that the practice is giving us in our body. So yeah, so I thought how appropriate we can apply that to our practice today. So let's all start in hero's pose. Grab your 2 blocks and, oh, hello. That's okay. So grab your 2 blocks and stack them, come up on your knees and stack them like this in between your ankles, inside ankles. So it looks like that. And just sort of bring the inside ankles to be against the blocks. And then set your sits bones on the block so you feel really even and grounded. And you can keep the knees slightly apart, or you can draw them toward one another. Idea being really to find a tall spine and start to work on lifting the chest. Draw the chin parallel with the earth and try and draw your head back just a little bit so that we want our earlobes over the shoulders, working to counter our habitual activities of rounding forward. It's on my daughter last night. come on, sit up straight. And she's complaining, she's a gymnast, and she's complaining about pulled muscle in her hip flexor, and she's totally collapsing her bone. She won't listen. Someday she might.
Support.
I'll just keep saying it. Someday it might stick. So imagine that marionette string at the top of your head, attached to the spine, gently nudging it up one vertebrae at a time as the eyes start to soften and close if that's comfortable, and begin to listen to your own breath. The inhales through the nostrils, the exhales through the nostrils, or if you need to take a cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, a big sigh out through the mouth, let it go. Welcoming yourself here to your mat this morning. Let's just bring in a little bit of movement. Inhale, circling the arms overhead, bringing the palms to touch. Drawing down the hands to your heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, circling the arms overhead, drawing that energy you've gathered down to your heart center 1 more time. Inhale, circling the arms overhead, drawing that energy down to your heart center, and now keeping the thumbs resting against your sternum. Take a little body scan here as you continue to connect with your breath, your inhales and your exhales, starting down by the feet. Notice if you're gripping anywhere in the legs, or if you're able to just let them soften into the support of the earth. Feel your sits bones root, as if they're rooting into the earth as they rest on the support of the blocks. Feeling your pelvic floor draw toward the earth, grounding you, rooting you, as you then work your way up through the low belly, the navel, that solar plexus power center area, up to your heart center, into your throat. Maybe feeling the breath reach the space between your eyebrows, your source of intuition, and maybe even feeling the breath reach to the top of the head, the crown. And just feeling this wave of breath kind of washing over you, letting go of the to-do list, any conversations that you were having before you came to class, conversations that you're anticipating to have after class, and allow yourself to be present here, to come to this moment, to allow wants, desires to just kind of dissipate a little bit, to allow yourself to be in this present moment, to feel the sensations of the simplicity of your breath. We do it all day, every day. So it's good to really sense it, extend gratitude, appreciation, and then widen that to acknowledge that we're all breathing the same air. Sharing the chant with you, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. So go ahead and set your intention, any little part of that chant that resonated with you, that you connected with. Turn that into your intention. You silently repeat it to yourself a couple of times. Dedicating your practice out to that big circle of all beings everywhere. And then we'll chant Om together on our next exhale. Lifting the corners of your mouth slightly up, bringing a smile to your face. Start to flicker the eyes open, letting light to come back into your vision. And rocking forward. Move the blocks to the front of your mat just so that you've got those accessible. Should you need them, want to modify with them, and then come to tabletop and separate your knees as wide as your mat. Take them wide so that they're still in contact with the mat, but you feel that you're separating them. And then bring the toes to touch, draw your seat back down to your heels, and then walk your hands out toward the top of your mat, sinking the chest, the heart, down to the earth. Coming into this wide-legged child's pose for 5 breaths. Maybe introducing the Ujjayi breath, which is the breath of victory. And it's where you inhale through the nose, place a constriction in the back of your throat as you exhale through the nose. So maybe mimicking the sound of the ocean. Or if you're a Darth Vader fan or Star Wars fan, the sound of Darth Vader's voice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more full inhale and exhale, really feeling the expansion of the rib cage. Exhale, empty the breath out. Next inhale, lift yourself up halfway, walk yourself over to the left. Have your fingertips on the floor. Try and get that belly over the left thigh, but then draw your right sits bone toward that right heel as you sink down. Walk the right hand out just a little bit further so you really feel a deeper stretch up the right side. Feeling it in the rib cage, getting into those intercostal muscles. Maybe feeling it open underneath the armpit, so feeling it in those muscles that move toward our heart space. Breathe in, breathe out. Next inhale, lift yourself up. Halfway, walk through center, take yourself over to the right, same thing. Dropping down, draw that left sits bone toward the heel, then walk your left hand out. Just a little bit further, let the head fall toward the earth. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, being your own observer here. So noticing in these side stretches, if there's any difference in your sides. Inhale, come to center. come back to center, and then threading the right arm underneath the left, dropping right shoulder down, the right side of the face down, and then extend your left arm out toward the top of the mat. Maybe reach that left arm up toward the sky, rotate, and then drop it so it wraps around the back. Trying to reach the fingers for the top of the right thigh. And feeling it took the bind, breathing into this left side of the heart space. Reaching through the right fingertips, feeling the lengthening of that arm. One more inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, release the bind if you took it. Press that left hand into the mat to lift yourself up. Come to center for a full breath in and out. And then next inhale, thread that left arm under the right, reaching it, lengthening it out onto the floor to drop that left shoulder down, left side of the face down. And then extend that right arm out to the top of the mat. So this might be where you stay, or you might float that right arm up to the sky. Make sure you rotate it inward, wrapping it around the back, and then reach the fingertips for the top of the thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. So doing these movements with purpose, with mindfulness, not just to do it again for thinking, oh, let me go to the deepest part, but feeling the effects, the sensations of it. And if it doesn't feel good, to say it's okay to back out. Inhale, bring that right hand by the face to press yourself up, and then rock up to tabletop, bringing the knees underneath the hips, tuck your toes under, and we're gonna rock forward and back to plank. So tuck the toes under, and then on your next inhale, straighten the legs, pushing yourself forward, and exhale, push back, seat to heels. Inhale, lift the knees, push yourself forward to plank pose, and exhale, drop knees, push your seat to your heels. One more time, inhale, rocking forward to plank, and exhale, bring your seat back to your heels. Next time we come to plank, we're gonna exhale, lift the hips, find downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog, drop one heel, bending the opposite knee, breathing in, breathing out. As we move today, mindful, if you find that you're holding your breath at all, that's a good indication to back out of a pose. And then come to stillness. Inhale the right leg, lifting it up. Come up high on your left toes and ball of the foot. Lift that right leg up just a little bit higher, and then bring it down. Inhale, left leg, lifting it up, coming up high on the right toes, that ball of the foot there. Another breath, lift that left leg up a little higher, and drop it down, rock forward to plank again. Drop the knees, tabletop, inhaling into cow pose. And exhale, reversing that motion into cat. Inhaling into cow. And exhale into cat. Coming to neutral, extend your right leg behind you, lift it up hip height. Inhale, left arm, floating it up by the ear for spinal balance. So find where you're level here. So no arching in the back, draw the navel in. Don't lift that right leg so high that it jacks the hip up. where you really feel the length between the left fingertips and the heel of the right foot. Length here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring the elbow to meet the knee, rounding the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, really engage in the core, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. And then lengthen it out, drop left hand down, cross the right leg behind you so the toes come down to the floor. Hollow out in your chest, keep your shoulders square. And now look over your left shoulder without dropping that right shoulder down. Try and catch a glimpse of the big toe, breathing into this right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Swing that right leg around to the side. Drop the foot down. Inhale, lift the right arm, opening up here. The right edge of your foot parallel with the wall. So reaching up through those right fingertips, breathing into the openness across the chest. One more breath in. And exhale, dropping it down. Walk the fingers back so you come up on the knee. Skate pose. Inhale, left arm up. And side bend to the right. The arm in line with the ear. Try not to let the left side of your chest collapse down. One more inhale. And then exhale, take that left hand down. Right arm lifts. Maybe the right leg lifts up off the floor. If you're lifting it, flex the foot, push through the heel. Beautiful. Feel that inner groin muscle, the outer hip flexor working. One more breath in. And then exhale, drop it down. Come back to tabletop. Other side, extend left leg back. Lift that left leg. Again, hip height. Engage in the navel. Inhale, right arm lifts. So find length here as you find stability. Draw the hips toward the midline. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. 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 Drop that right hand down. Cross the left foot. So shoulders stay squared. As you turn the head, keep that left shoulder drawing back. And just find that stretch for the left side of the body. Try not to let the belly sag. One more breath in. And out. Next inhale, swing that leg out to the side, dropping the foot down. Take that left arm, reach it up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And then exhale the hand down, walk the hands back. So you come up onto the right knee, left foot, inhale, right arm, and side bend to the left, gate pose. So just like an extended side angle, that arm is coming in line with the ear. Lengthening really both sides, so not collapsing the left side here, but feeling like you're lengthening up and then bending to the side. One more inhale, and then exhale that right hand down, left arm reaches up, left leg maybe pops off the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push through that left heel just a little bit more. And then exhale, dropping it down. Come back to tabletop. Inhale into cow pose. And exhale into cat. And then keep cat pose. Tuck your toes under and let yourself kind of grow into downward dog. Straightening the legs, letting the heels drop toward the earth. Pushing back, feeling full extension in the arms and in the spine. Check in with your shoulders. If you feel them creeping up toward the ears, try and externally rotate the arms so you open up across the upper back. One more breath in and out. And then look between your hands. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat and lift up halfway, finding a flat back here. Let the arms float out to the sides. Bend the knees a little bit. Lift the upper body, straighten the legs, arms float overhead, and we dive into our forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step both feet back to plank. Lower knees, upper body, hugging the elbows in. So modified chaturanga with the knees down. Inhale, pressing up into cobra. And exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under. Push your seat to your heels. Lift up into downward facing dog, 5 breaths. So moving through our sun salutation A here. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. Breathe in. Breathe out 4. Breathe in. Breathe out 5. Look between your hands. Either walk the feet up or a light hop forward. Lift up halfway, fingertips to shins, flat back, forward fold. And then reverse swan dive. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Palms touch hands to heart center. Finding mountain pose, Tadasana, to reset, to take a moment to check in and feel. One more inhale, really rooting down through the feet. Put weight in toward the heels. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, moving through our sun salutation again. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step back to plank. Then lower the knees, hug those elbows in, lowering the chest. So then the hands end up right under the shoulders. And then inhale, lifting the chest, coming into cobra. And then exhale, push seat to heels, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Belly is moving toward the thighs. Your gaze is at your knees. Head is in a comfortable position in between the arms. One more inhale. And exhale, lift your gaze now, look between your hands. Either walk the feet up or a light hop forward. Inhale, lifting halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, inhaling the arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale into chair. So start sitting back. Your seat is moving towards your heels. Your knees are behind your toes. Your toes are not death gripping the mat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lengthen through the low back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Start to put weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot. Step that right foot back. Inhale, lift the upper body. Crescent lunge or high lunge. Right leg lengthening. Your right heel lifted. Left knee bending toward a 90-degree angle. One more breath in. And out. And then the next inhale, we're going to turn to the side, opening to warrior two. Drop the right heel down. Bring it more in line with the left heel. Arms reaching in opposite direction, and then look over your left fingertips. Warrior two is a beautiful pose to do, to practice in the summertime. It builds heat. It brings awareness to our pelvic floor. It lengthens. It's a lengthening pose because we're lengthening our arms and we're lengthening that back leg. So honoring the long days of summer. One more breath in. And out. Straighten that left leg. Drop the right hand down, flip the left palm and reach it up to the sky. Exalted warrior. Bring those fingers together so you really feel that line of energy coming up from the earth. Up that left side, out through the fingertips. And then with that length, bring the arms back to a T. Shift your right hip a little bit and reach those fingers to the mirrors. Bring that left hand down to the inside of that left calf and bring the right arm up, finding our triangle pose, Trikonasana. So the left leg is straight. So it's not about, again, how deep we go here. It's finding the extension. It's finding the opening. Beautiful, everyone. Try and get out of that right shoulder by lengthening it up. Inhale, lifting up back to warrior two, and then spiral the hands down, coming to your low lunge. Drop that right knee down, uncurl the toes, sweep the arms up for Anjaneyasana. Full breath in. And out. Interlace the fingers, bring them behind the head. Draw the elbows back. Lift the chest up. A slight arching of the upper back. Gaze looking up. Inhale. And then exhale, take those hands to the mat. Tuck your right toes under. Step your left leg back. Finding plank pose. Coming to our side plank. So we're going to roll onto the left hand, onto the outside edge of the left foot. Stack your feet together. Lift the right arm up. If it's too much, drop the right foot in front of you. Or drop that left knee down and turn the foot on an angle. Breathe and try and lift the right hips up just a little bit more. And then roll back to plank pose. And we'll take it on the other side. So rolling onto the right hand, outside edge of the right foot, stack the feet. Or you might bring that left foot in front to modify it. You can still lift that left hip up toward the sky. Or you're dropping the right knee down to modify. And then roll back to center, drop the knees, lower the upper body. Inhale into cobra.
And exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, push seat to heels, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So just a little check-in here, rock forward to plank. And then exhale back to downward dog. So you should be able to rock between the two without changing the position of your hands and feet. So wherever you are in plank, pushing back to downward dog, that's the correct distance. Look between your hands, walk your feet up, or a light hop forward. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up all the way to stand, hands to heart center. Find Tadasana again. Use this opportunity to check in. So moving a lot of energy, building a lot of heat. So just take a body scan here, root down through the feet, and feel that grounding, and that energy lifting. Lift the chest. Beautiful. One more full breath in and out, and then we'll take all that on the other side. So inhale first to chair pose, bringing hands to heart center. Check in, making sure your knees are behind your toes. You feel the weight in your heels. You feel the weight of your sits bones drawing toward the heels, toward the earth. Chest lifting, so we're not collapsing or rounding forward, but we're opening. One more inhale and exhale, and then put weight in your right foot and lift that left foot off the mat and step it back. Inhale, arms up by the ears for high lunge. That left leg lengthening, the right knee bending. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, we open to the side for warrior two. Adjust as you need to. Bending that right knee 90 degrees. Left leg lengthening. Looking out over the right fingertips. Lengthening the gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten that right leg, drop the hand down, flip the right palm and lift it up. Feeling that length now for the whole right side. One more inhale. And then exhale back to warrior two. Sorry, straighten that right leg, triangle pose. Shift the left hip, reach the right fingertips for the mirror. Bring it inside that right calf and lift that left arm up. Triangle pose. So we're looking for extension in both legs without necessarily locking the knees out. Spiraling that left hip open. The left side of your heart space, feel the opening there. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale to lift up, warrior two. Spiral the hands down to the mat, pivoting that back foot. Low lunge, drop the left knee down. Inhale the arms, lifting them up by the ears for Anjaneyasana. Full breath in. And out, interlace the fingers, bring them behind the head, draw the elbows back, the heart lifts as the upper back has a little arch to it. One more inhale. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Stepping back to plank. If you want to do a chaturanga here, hug those elbows in, pitch the body forward, lower halfway. Don't let the thighs touch. Then sweep forward into upward facing dog, or you're lowering down and then taking cobra. And then we all meet in downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in. And out. And then look between your hands. Walk your feet up. We're going to come to our yogi squat malasana. So take your feet as wide as your mat. Toes turning out. You might place a block under your seat here. Taking the seat down, elbows to the inside of the knees. So doing your best to find a tall spine here. Letting the pelvic floor draw toward the earth and the chest lifting. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to your intention that you set for your practice. Listening to your breath. One more inhale. And exhale. And then next inhale, rock forward, straightening the legs and turning the toes forward for a wider Uttanasana, wider forward fold. Let the head hang. Maybe even sway a little bit from side to side. Cleansing breath. Big inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. And then heel toe your feet in a little closer. Take the blocks in front of your feet on either side of the feet. Come up on the balls of your feet so your heels are lifting. Then lower down to a tiptoe squat. Hands are on the blocks to help you. And when you get there, maybe play with a little balance here of releasing the hands from the blocks and bringing them to heart center. Maybe your seat is resting on your heels, or maybe engage the thighs and lift your seat off your heels. Gaze is looking forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly roll yourself down to the mat, drawing the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. Drop the left foot to the mat, cross the right ankle over that left thigh. Take your right hand, press to the inside of that right knee, press it away from you so you feel that stretch in the outer hip flexor. Maybe deepening this by lifting the left foot and interlacing the fingers around the back of that left thigh, drawing the legs toward your chest. Or falling pigeon. Fallen pigeon. Try and let the shoulders release toward the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop the left foot to the mat and then roll to the left side, dropping the right foot down to the floor for a twist. Let that left thigh and knee drop to the floor. Take the arms out to the sides, forming a T. And try and press that right foot into the floor a little bit to help stabilize you. Maybe feeling this in the IT band as well as feeling the twist. Let that left hip fall to the mat. Try and ungrip. One more breath in. And out, roll toward center. Other side, release that right foot, lift the left knee toward the chest, cross the ankle over that right thigh. Start by just pressing into that inside of the left knee. Press it away from you. Keep that left foot flexed. Deepening it if you wish, or you can just hold there. If you're lifting that right leg, try and flex both feet. See if you can keep the left shin parallel with the ceiling. One more breath in. And out, dropping the right foot down to the mat. And then rolling to the right side, letting the left foot now rest on the floor, anchoring it in. Take the arms out to the sides, no higher than the shoulders, palms face up so you can rotate the shoulders, glide them under. Release any gripping in the neck, in the face. Feel that full breath in and out. And then roll back to center. Release that left foot and heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Have your heels a comfortable distance away from your sits bones. Bring your hands, let them rest on your belly, and see if it's comfortable to let your thighs and knees fall together. Finding our constructive rest pose for Shavasana today to allow the belly to soften, the inner groin muscles to soften, the psoas muscle to soften. Letting the breath flow naturally. Everything in moderation. Feeling the effects of your practice. Any tingling. Letting yourself release all effort of holding yourself up. Acknowledging the preciousness of this day, of each day, as a good way to live, a good way to reconnect with your basic joy. Releasing yourself of all the feelings of wanting more and knowing that this moment right here, right now is enough. Start to deepen your breath now and invite small movements in, wiggling your fingers and your toes, circling your wrists and ankles. Stretch out the legs, stretch the arms overhead, take a deep awakening stretch. Hug the knees into your chest, and in one movement, roll body to the right side. Extend your right arm toward the exit wall so that you can rest your head on it like a pillow. And just take a couple of deep breaths here, feeling the energy move from the heart, which is in a higher position here on your right side, through the body to help awaken you so that we avoid any lightheadedness when we come back up. And then to protect your low back, to protect your spine, the best way to come up to a seat is gently roll the chest toward the floor, press into your left hand, and then press into your right arm, right hand, so that you're lifting yourself up and then rotate around the front. Crossing the legs, find a comfortable seat, maybe softening the gaze or closing the eyes. One last time, bringing the hands together in front of your heart. A soft bow of the head toward the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming here to your mat, to your practice today. Drawing energy from it to move you through the rest of the day. We say that the real work of our yoga practice happens off the mat. So taking what you learn about yourself, the sensations, moments where you felt a release from your thoughts, the connection, the attachment to your thoughts, and knowing that if you can do it in your yoga practice, you can do it off your mat. I thank you for being here, humbled to lead you in these ancient teachings, drawing the fingers, the thumbs up to our source of intuition, the third eye. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Let's seal the practice with the sound of Om on our next exhale. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us. Our friends online, Deb, Michelle, Olivia, thank you so much.
Thank you again. It was great.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You
Everyone.
too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Michelle.
Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys next Monday.
Sounds good.
So long, but it always like comes so quickly.
Summer's gone by.